The battle was over, but the dust had not yet settled in my soul. 4 kings had been vanquished, and Lot, my nephew, was rescued. I had pursued them with only 318 men, a victory that could only have come from the hand of God. As I stood among the spoils of war, weary yet grateful, I knew that this moment was about more than a battlefield triumph. It was about covenant, about trust, about faith. Then he appeared, Melchizedek, king of Salem, priest of the Most High God. His presence was unlike anything I had ever encountered. Clad in royal robes, he bore no sword, no shield, yet his authority was undeniable. He came not to claim spoils, but to offer blessing. In his hands were bread and wine, symbols of sustenance and peace. "Blessed be Abram of God Most High, possessor of heaven and earth," he proclaimed, "and blessed be God Most High, who has delivered your enemies into your hand." His words resonated deeply, affirming what I already knew in my heart. This victory was not mine, but the Lord's. Without hesitation, I gave him 1/10 of everything. It was an act of acknowledgement, a declaration that all I possessed, all I ever would possess, came from God alone. The king of Sodom approached, offering me the spoils of war, but I refused. "I have sworn to the Lord God Most High, possessor of heaven and earth, that I will not take a thread or a sandal strap or anything that is yours, lest you should say, 'I have made Abram rich.'" Even then, I understood that my allegiance was to God alone. Wealth gained at the expense of integrity would only tarnish the blessing I had received. Melchizedek's blessing reminded me that my true riches were found in obedience to the Lord. Today, as I reflect on that encounter, I see its relevance for every generation. In a world obsessed with power, possessions, and self-reliance, the story of Melchizedek and Abraham calls us to a higher perspective. It challenges us to recognize God as the ultimate source of our victories, to honor him with the first fruits of our labor, and to resist the lure of compromises that promise prosperity at the cost of integrity. The bread and wine Melchizedek offered now point us to Christ, our eternal priest and king, who offers himself as the ultimate sustenance for our souls. Just as I look to God for my provision and security, so must you. Trust him, honor him, and let your life be a testimony to the Most High God, possessor of heaven and earth.